Hello YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. I am super sorry that I've been super lackadaisical about actually posting things, so here we are. We're going to post some stuff because doing things. So today we are going to review the School for Good and Evil series. Why? Because the next book in the series comes out in 3 days and I'm so excited. Oh my god. So, School for Good and Evil, book 1, amazing. It's got 2 female protagonists and they're interesting and deep. And the world that it's set in is interesting and deep, and the plot is complex and asks the right questions. It's set in a magical world, so if you like Harry Potter, you're gonna like this because magic. So if you don't want any spoilers about this book whatsoever, zero, zilch, none, go out and read this because it's amazing and fantastic. But anyway, so for those of you who are not deterred by like minor spoilers from book to book, School for Good and Evil is about 2 girls. Their names are Agatha and Sophie. Agatha is a kind of dark looking character, kind of sallow. She's got dark hair, dark eyes. So Agatha, she lives in the cemetery. Everyone thinks her mom's a witch, and because of the way she looks, they think she's a witch, so she's not very popular in the world. So her best friend is Sophie. Sophie is blonde-eyed, pale, and into expensive skincare routines and clothing options. She's pretty great. Like, both of the girls are fantastically complex and deep, but Agatha is kind of a loner, and Sophie thinks she's a princess. She thinks she's a princess and she wants to be taken off and kidnapped like any real princess truly is. And so she goes off and does just that. She gets kidnapped. And Agatha, heroic and wonderful, beautiful Agatha, I love her very much, chases off after her into the woods. And so they are both in this predicament where they are picked up and taken to the schools for good and evil. And they are dropped off at their respective schools. However, Agatha is dropped off at the school for good while Sophie is dropped off at the school for evil. And the entire book is spent around Sophie and Agatha and their wants. Sophie wants to trade schools with Agatha so that way she can be the princess and she can, be with Prince Charming, who happens to be named Prince Tedros, which my friend who also read this series reads as Prince Tedious because she finds him tedious. I find him okay. But Agatha just wants to go home. She doesn't care about Prince Tedros. She doesn't care about magic or anything. She just wants to go home because she doesn't want to be part of this good and evil dichotomy. So because she doesn't want to be a part of this good and evil sort of dichotomy, she's fighting the system. But by the end of the story, she comes into her own with help of a fairy godmother, because it's a fairy tale kind of story. So she comes into herself. She comes in as this beautiful princess. She's clear skin, good hair. She's radiant, and at the same time, Sophie has turned into this decrepit, evil old hag, and they're both so powerful. They're the most powerful beings in this school. All of these events are played out for the schoolmaster. And there used to be 2 schoolmasters, one good, one evil. And they had a whole big old war, and only one survived. And since then, this object called the Historian, which writes all of these fairy tales, has only written where the good wins in the end. So, because there has to be balance in the world. So there can only one of them could have survived, and I'll let you figure it out because I'm trying to be as least spoilery as possible. Okay, guys? I'm trying. But by the end of this book, they're fighting, and then they realize that they have to kill the schoolmaster in order to bring balance back to the world. So Sophie sacrifices herself to kill the schoolmaster, and Agatha brings her back to life by kissing her, and they are both transported home only the two girls. So Tedros is still at the school, and there's the idea at the end of this book, who needs princes anyway? Which leads us into the second book. And the second book is just as jam-packed as the first book. It's the two girls are back home. They're super famous because they are the only children to ever have come back from being kidnapped and taken to the school for good and evil. And because of that, they're famous. They've got all these things coming at them. And then life starts to head back to the way it used to be. And so Agatha's still she still lives in the cemetery, so she's still kind of an outsider. And Sophie's dad is getting remarried because her mom died when she was younger. And so she feels betrayed. So both of the girls are wishing for different lives, and they're both wishing for things to be different from the way they are. And because of their wishes, it reunites the world of the School of Good and Evil, which is the fairy tale world, and the real world, which is the town at the edge of the woods. And because of that, these arrows keep coming at Sophie anytime she tries to go outside. And because of this, all of the houses in the village are destroyed except for Sophie's and Agatha's. They're the only ones who are safe. And because of this, the town elders decide, it's probably the best idea to sacrifice Sophie because, that's the humane thing to do. But whatever. Once again, Sophie is taken off into the forest, and Agatha is rushing off after her to make sure that everything is hunky-dory and safe, and just to get them back home. And they are whisked off once again to the School for Good and Evil while being chased by these men who are after trying to kill Sophie. It's kind of weird. And once they get to the School for Good and Evil, they realize it's no longer the School of Good and Evil. The School for Evil has transformed into the School for Boys. And the School for Good has transformed into the School for Girls. All the evil girls are now over in the School for Good, and princesses have started to not be as finicky about their looks. They don't care about their hair or their dresses or whatever. They're just like, I can eat cupcakes now. Which, why they couldn't eat cupcakes before is beyond me, but still, I can eat cupcakes now. And the evil girls are experimenting with this thing called makeup, and it's just, everything for Agatha is just all like, why is this going on? This doesn't make any sense. And they meet a new headmistress, and she's kind of shady, I think is the best way to put it. She's kind of shady, and where the schoolmaster used to be, Tedros now resides, and it's kind of really weird. And so Agatha confronts Tedros and finds out that she and Sophie, by Agatha kissing Sophie and transporting them back home, has totally just dissolved every fairy tale ever told. And it's making everything just go haywire, and mayhem and foolishness is unleashed. And so there is a battle between boys and girls that is undermined by the headmistress, and she helps bring back the schoolmaster. And we get these ideas of whether or not Sophie's mom is linked to this. There's a potential, one of the teachers has a potential son still out there that's going to, it's very, very cool. And I'm trying to be as least spoilery as possible with this one because I can be. Like this one, I'm sorry, I had to kind of spoil a lot in it because of, have to get to this one. But there's bringing back of the schoolmaster, and I honestly do not know where we are going from here. Like we have ideas, like there are ideas behind it, but it's intense, and I have no idea where it's going from now. But in 3 days' time, you can pick up the third book, and I am so excited, and I hope you can read it with me, and we can all just enjoy this together and go, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. So, Thank you for joining me. I will see you again next time when we discuss the next book. I'm going to be reviewing Armada by Ernest Cline. Oh, I totally forgot to mention the author's name. His name is Soman Chainani. I'm like totally probably mispronouncing his name, but he's amazing, especially since he's writing these very realistic female voices, and I appreciate him. But next book is going to be Armada by Ernest Cline. It came out 2 days ago, and holy jeebus, it's amazing. So I will talk to you guys next time, and we will enjoy ourselves. It'll be great.